instead is I'm going to have...
I just read the same scene a couple times.
No, but what I want to have him do is Brad is actually going to strip his P90 away from him like this, and then he's going to grab him by the throat the same way that Rainbow grabs Beckett later on.
Oh, that's nice.
Right, and lifts him up. When you have someone who is as young looking as Rainbow is, the difficulty is making him take an emotional stance that does not include that young persona that he has. And one of the ways to do it is to make him bad.
I feel great. Just drop it. I don't think so.
Don't push me around!
You cannot keep your major characters staying the same year after year after year after year after year. In Stargate, you have to kill off the Janet Frasers occasionally because then there's jeopardy for everybody else. Ford gets affected by the Wraith in a way that nobody has ever thought about, okay? He's the first person we've had that survives a Wraith attack. Through no fault of his own. He becomes more Wraith-like than anybody else on the base. I think it's an important thing for Rainbow and an important thing for Ford, and ultimately an important thing for this show.
Where's the rest of the enzyme?
There is no more.
I saw you extract it. Don't lie to me. Where is it?
No, I'm not lying.
It's a scene where Ford, who's all whacked out on Wraith juice, is running from Shepard. Shepard is a life signs detector, which gives him the upper edge. What Shepard doesn't know is that Ford knows that he knows that he's where Ford is, because Ford has spidey sense that he didn't have before. So Shepard, thinking he knows where Ford is, but Ford doesn't know where he is, in this scene hides. And they're actually 4 feet apart from one another. He's a major character, he gets affected. And so the fans go, wow, that can happen to him. What's going to happen to McKay or Beckett or Weir or Shepard? You know, what could happen to them? And there's jeopardy once again for everybody. And I think that's a really important thing to do, is to have it so that it's dangerous, including for the crew. So I always lay down like tacks and stuff like that on the ground. Just people sit down in their chairs, they're going, what the hell? Because it's got to be dangerous or it's not fun. Keeping things loose on set is important for me because it's the only way I stay sane. We get chocolate for lunch here. This is the spread that we get. The director has to pay for it all, but also gets to indulge. So I decided it would be chocolate lunches, not healthy ones. Literally our day starts at 6 o'clock in the morning and ends at 8 o'clock at night, and you have a half-hour lunch break in there. And for a director, there's not a lot of time to actually go and stand around and do anything else other than what you're doing. During setups and things like that, you're not working hard. You're not, you're not lifting weights or anything like that. But what you're doing is you're trying to think, I hope this fits into the next thing I'm shooting. The crew operates at the emotional level of the director. If the director's all stressed out and weird and things like that, the crew is stressed out and weird. If you have a good time doing what you're doing and you're having fun with people and things like that, that's the tone of the crew, for the most part. I like coming to work. I like being like that on set. Now I'm going to give Joe some direction.
You want me to do it better?
Don't do it any better, just do it faster.
Okay.
You're doing it to the maximum goodness.
Okay, but you like it, right? Like my character?
I'm ecstatic.
Because I can change anything.
No. Can you play a girl?
Yeah, totally.
I'm not going to change his character into a girl. I want him to be thinking about it for this scene. He's thinking about being a girl. If I wasn't like that, if there was a reason for me to yell or if there was a reason for me to get angry and things like this, I'd find another job because it's just too much stress to deal with. We're about to go into editing. This is where we find out that everything we did was crap. I'm always hoping it's not like that, but every time it is. I wanted to see Brad Ryan. Amazing. I just told them I looked like crap, so this is the DVD. You have to be nice to me. I love doing the first and the last episodes. I really like the fact that there's been a little bit more time been able to spend writing the episodes, and you have a little bit more time to prepare the episode too, because a week and a half to prepare a show that's an hour long is ridiculous because you've got so much to do with it in a much shorter period of time, and that just doesn't happen with the first episode. The first episode, you get a couple of weeks to spend on it. You can spend some time with the production designer and design things the way that you really want them. You can spend time going out to the locations that you really want to figure out and figure out where you want to be with every shot. Whereas half the time you're running out there going, we're going to shoot over here right now. We're sort of inventing a new shooting style with it. Stargate and Atlantis were looking too much the same. And I've said this since we started Atlantis. It should not look like the same show. And so what we're doing is separating them slightly. Just giving ourselves a little bit more of an edge in Atlantis. As we get more familiar with the city, as we start exploring things a little bit more, we can loosen up a little bit on the way that we're shooting. Not to the extent that some shows go where you're constantly moving and there's no time for stillness. Showing off more of the city is a big thing for me. Needing to show off more of the city and being in different places in the city is more important for me. And to do that, you got to move from one end of the city to the other. I mean, it's amazing. When you start thinking about it, when you start thinking about the luck that we have in Atlantis, skin of our teeth every time. I don't know how it keeps happening. That's why I keep staying on this show, because it's so lucky. We have horseshoes in our bum.